India, the world itself has a blaze of glory, the home of people of various religions, the home of Ayurveda, and undoubtedly the home of the world's most intelligent scholars. 15th August 1947 marked the end of colonial rule in India, and the nation saw itself standing on the threshold of a new era wherein the task was to build a strong nation. Though India had found independence from the colonial rule, it was still to find independence from social, economical, and political inequalities. But our current position in the world as a global leader is just a mere proof of what all we have accomplished in this wonderful journey. Talking about the success stories, the one I am going to talk about is the success story of Indian Space Research Organization. Like every other organization, even this organization had to face problems in the years of its establishment due to money constraints and has continued to face these problems till recent years. But still to have a tally of 101 spacecraft missions, 72 launch systems and 9 student projects is a great achievement and a testimony to the hard work put in by our scientists to achieve self-reliant and cost-efficient applications. This success story gains my most interest because even ISRO had to face many problems, but they always kept the spirit up and made the nation proud. Necessity is the mother of invention, as it is rightly said, is one of the reasons why Indian scientists were capable of building self-reliant applications. But I would like to point out that primarily our success in space technology was because we Indians have the capability to think practically and learn and acknowledge from whatever we see around us. And we have the zeal to make things happen the way we want. How to do more with less is an art form Indians specialize in, and this is because of their capability to think practically about everything. Hence it is due to this reason that ISRO had faced such great milestones and will continue to face in the years to come. As I said, it is the practicality that makes us distinct from others, but over these years it was seen that learning practically is a culture that wasn't stressed upon in our Indian education system. When you learn something practically, you ask all sort of these questions. It is then when you start loving the subject, and when you love what you do, there is nothing that can stop you from excelling in that. The greatest success lies in learning from our mistakes, and with the initiation of online learning apps such as Byju's, we tend to reform the way of learning and move towards learning practically. As the world takes a giant leap towards artificial intelligence, the plus point for us is that we are very well known to the language Sanskrit, which NASA itself has declared as the most scientific language and also decipherable for computers. We have to realize that our ancient knowledge is so rich, and hence it is our duty to preserve our tradition and our ancient knowledge while we strive to become more successful.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to narrate a story of an extraordinary woman of great courage and valor. Across the road, we have one of India's finest schools for girls. But did you know who was the first person to start a school for girls in India? It was started in 1848 in a small village near Pune by Savitribai Phule, the wife of Jyotiba Phule, a great warrior who fought for Dalit rights. It is said that when Savitribai Phule used to travel from a village to the school to teach the girls, the men and women of a village would hurl stones and rotten tomatoes at her. However, this did not deter her. She would carry an extra pair of sari in her bag so that when she would reach school, she could change and continue teaching the girls. It is also said that the men of the village would hurl abuses at her, and they would also say that devil would take such women who dare to go to a school. However, this lady was not to be stopped. It was due to such sacrifices of such great people of that time that today I could proudly say that India is home to some extraordinary women who have achieved great feats. Right from PV Sindhu in sports to Kalpana Chawla being the first lady astronaut of Indian origin to go into space. Right from Shakuntala Devi to Gunjan Saxena. Today, I can proudly say that India has that India has given birth to all these great women. The credit for all those women goes to one single lady, the one lady who dared to start a school in India, Savitribai Phule. However, how can we say that we are truly independent, that we are truly free, if one half of the population still lives under the fear of rape, under the fear of female infanticide and many other threats and many other crimes? True independence and true Swaraj can only be achieved when men and women live in harmony, when we have an egalitarian society, where men and women support each other instead of degrading each other, and only then can we achieve the Swaraj that was envisioned by the likes of Bal Gangadhar Tilak. With this, I would like to wish you all a very
I, Akhtar Singh of Colwyn House, am going to present a story of a brave woman who fought for her self-dignity. I am speaking of Rani Velu Naikar, that too 70 years before the revolt of 1857. She was the queen of Senagangai. Born in 1730 to royal parents, her royal parents didn't have any male kid. She was the only daughter and she was raised up as a male hire. She was fabulous in horse riding and archery. She was fabulous in martial arts. She was well versed in Urdu, she was well versed in English, and she was well versed in French. She was married at the age of 16 to the Prince of Sanagangai, and she lived there for 20 years. Her husband was the king, until and unless her husband was assassinated in 1772 by the British government. She had to flee from there. She had to go to Dinegundi, where she was there under the protection of Gopala Naikar. Over there she met the Sultan of Mysore, Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali pledged her support and promised her that he would provide her with all sorts of support against her battle against the British. He was very well impressed by her thoughts, by her actions, and she used to converse with him in Urdu. Hyder Ali took her with him to Dinegundi Fort, where they lived, and she lived there as the queen she was. Hyder Ali provided her with monthly financial aids. Hyder Ali provided him with 5,000 cavalrymen plus 400 pounds per month. With this help, she made an army, and she made her adopted daughter Quili in charge of the army. Then she attacked Senagangai. Over there, their military intelligence told them the storehouse where the British had kept their ammunition. Quili went there and doused herself in ghee and lit up fire on herself and destroyed every last bit of the British ammunition in the storehouse. This was the major role in the victory of Rani Velu Naikar. She recaptured the throne of Senagangai and went on to be the queen over there for a decade. Her daughter succeeded her. This story does not only tell us about the freedom fighters of India, the brave freedom fighters, their courage, but also signifies the brave women indulgence in the freedom fight against the British. Especially Rani Velu Naikar and Quili, who set herself on fire for the independence of her kingdom. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.